Hello YouTube. Today's topic is filtration. How do you filter aquarium? What do you use inside your filter? How big of a filter? Well, we'll cover the basics today for every noob's guide to filtration. I'm just kidding. No, I mean I'm serious in the filter part, but you get what I mean. So filtration, what do you need? What does a filter do at first? You gotta understand why do you need a filter. A filter, well, it filters the water, duh. But what a filter does exactly is you have three stages. You have the chemical, you have the biological, and you have the mechanical. So, right, Skittles agrees. So, what happens? Well, let the hand show you. So, you have the mechanical. What is mechanical filtration? It keeps particles out of the water. That's why you could see the water clearly without debris floating around. See? This is what mechanical filtration does, and arguably it's the second most important. It's not the most important. The second type of filtration, my English has gone down the drain. The second type of filtration you have, my bad, would be the chemical filtration, such as activated carbon, zeolite, and a few other things. What that absorbs ammonia, nitrates, and all the fancy stuff. Yes, those I don't use them personally, but I know people in the saltwater hobby uses them. And what do they do? Like carbon, for example, it absorbs tannins and it absorbs medications. It's for that kind of purpose. Basically, this chemical filtration is always used to nullify, detoxify, or absorb something. Keep that in mind, yeah, as we go. But do know that even if you have a block of carbon half the size of this tank, does not mean that you do not need to change your water. Let me tell you why. Carbon does not absorb nitrates. Don't let the fish shops fool you by telling you, oh, get carbon, your water will be crystal clear. No, this tank has no carbon and it's clear as day. Anyway, so now the most important filtration I would say is biological filtration. Why? Biological filtration is like the last man in your aquarium. If your biological bacteria, I mean the beneficial bacteria that functions in your biological filtration die, your whole tank dies. Let me tell you why. Whenever your fish goes to the bathroom, yes, including you majestic Skittles, whenever your fish goes to the bathroom, your fish food that drops on the floor and decay, dying leaves, anything that decomposes in your tank will produce ammonia. So what do you do now? Oh my god, there's ammonia in my tank. Well, yes, there is ammonia in your tank. I'm pretty sure of it. But that's where the beneficial bacteria comes in. I mean, it's kind of advanced, but the basics you should know is that beneficial bacteria, the main function is to convert ammonia into nitrates. Okay, hear me clearly. Convert ammonia into nitrates. Too much ammonia in a tank will kill your fish very quickly, in fact. If you throw your fish into a brand new tank with an uncycled filter, you've got, I don't know, 3-4 days max. You're lucky to cross that. So how do you store beneficial bacteria for your biological filtration? Easy. Don't let the filter companies fool you. Don't let the filter media companies fool you. What do you need? Surface area. You have it all over your tank. But no, I don't mean don't get a filter. Do get a filter, but surface area is what matters. So your problem now is you got to figure what has an efficient source of surface area. Of course, there's all the branded companies and all, but let me tell you, what do I use? I use regular black filter sponges, this rewashable kind. Let me camera focus here. See, nothing fancy. They bend and stuff. So this is considered the cheap, low cost method. Yes, I highly agree. Get these black sponges. You can have them shipped from China and they are rewashable. Super value for money. And of course, do not wash them in tap water because tap water kills the beneficial bacteria altogether. Chlorine and chloramines from the tap water specifically. But so that's what you know. So now, okay, Sash, if I want to have a bigger aquarium, can I just use the black sponges? Well, technically you can. That's how sponge filters work. But let me show you a cheaper option that you can buy off Amazon that will save you a lot of trouble. One moment. So this is my flower horn tank. Let me get to the filter media. So in this tank we have a top filter where you can see we have the power head that pushes water all the way up to the overhead sump. And before we go there, let me show you my buddy Sprinkles. Sprinkles is my F2 Kamfa flower horn. I still do not know is it a he or a she, but it's extremely shy with the camera. As you can see, he's on high alert. Anyway, so what do I use in my filter? As you can see, the water here is clear. It's really clear. You don't see haze spots. You can look through the glass. So what do I use here? Let me show you the best filter media in my opinion. So one moment. We open the hood, and this is the overhead sump. Maybe before I make a mess. Okay. Sorry, my baby fingers had to fumble with it. So this is the overhead sump. Open it. As you can see, the black sponge. I use this black sponge specifically for mechanical filtration, just to trap the bigger debris. And the biological filtration here is, what is this? A regular ceramic media from Amazon. I mean, I got them from a local fish store, but you can get them from Amazon. These things are made out of ceramic, and they are ridiculously cheap. In Malaysia, they are sold like 8 ringgit per kg. 8 ringgit is about, I don't know, $2-3 US, I suppose. So why cheap ceramic medias? Here's the thing. Ceramic is extremely porous. I don't know, can the camera pick it up? But as you can see, the surface on ceramic is not smooth. It's pretty rough actually. Yeah, the camera can somewhat pick it up. So what happens? You have rough surface area. What does it mean? You have rough surface on an object, you have a larger surface area, and that surface area alone is efficient enough to process ammonia from this whole tank. At one point of time, this tank had about 5 to 6 angelfish, and this is a 30-gallon, by the way. So what do we learn here today? Back to Skittles, our celebrity for today, who is not camera shy, unlike my baby Sprinkles. So what do we learn here today? Filtration, 3 things: mechanical, biological, and what is the last one? Oh yeah, chemical. Out of the 3, you don't have a biological filtration, your filter will die, your fish will die. Well, filter will be fine, but your fish will die first. So in that sense, what do you have to know? You do not need expensive filter media. You don't. You really don't. Filter media companies are scamming you outright. They're claiming that they have high surface area. But let me tell you, your ceramic rings have high surface area. And not to mention, you can buy 3 or 4 times in volume compared to a branded filter media from a branded company. So don't let them fool you, and I hope this informative rant helped you as well. Until then, take care, YouTube. Bye, Skittles. He doesn't care.